I want to do a quick compare and contrast between Big Cartel and BigCommerce this year. And I want to explain to you which one is really good and why, okay? So Big Cartel versus BigCommerce. Let me first talk about Big Cartel. Is Big Cartel right for you? What are the criteria you have to look at? So if you think about Big Cartel, I want you to think about creative, okay? Basically, you have a fully hosted e-commerce solution built specifically for small scale creative. So if you are a big scale creative, quote unquote, you're not going to find a Big Cartel pretty interesting. Big Cartel is there for you if you are a small scale creative. Okay, so if you sell all kinds of creative stuff, let's say original work, you have jewelry, you have woodwork, you have refurbished furniture, you are able to find a Big Cartel pretty interesting. Not only in terms of the options that you have, but also the scalability prospects, the scalability options. Okay, so while the general look and feel and functionality are minimal and straightforward, you are going to have a good, solid platform on Big Cartel, especially when it comes to interacting with your customers. Okay, you also have access to a comprehensive suite of e-commerce tools. So if you want to really maybe change your store into an e-commerce store, you will love that. You will love that as well. So you have payment gateways, you have promotional features, and you also have integration with social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook. So that's pretty good from a flexibility point of view. And Big Cartel is also pretty affordable in terms of when you look at what they're giving you, the value versus how much they're charging you for it. Okay. So with Big Cartel, you have a beautiful and artistic collection of themes. You have a platform that's highly intuitive and easy to use, so that's really good. And it's actually possible to set up your store in 2 to 3 minutes. Nothing really complicated there. On the flip side, basically, you cannot really customize Big Cartel that much. I mean, there are areas that you can customize, but overall, it's pretty difficult to customize. And I'm not even speaking about the limited set of features that you have. So what about BigCommerce? Okay, is BigCommerce right for you? Again, it depends. BigCommerce, when you think about BigCommerce, think about more scalability. This is a popular e-commerce platform with a number of solutions for small and medium-sized retailers. So custom enterprise plans are also available. So if you think about BigCommerce, think about Shopify, think about WooCommerce. Okay, and so BigCommerce will appeal to you if you have, let's say, limited development skills, because what you'll find is that you have usability out of the box. Okay, so that's really good. And also, you are able to, if you are wishing to make more complex back end changes, you can do so with BigCommerce as well. Okay, that's totally possible. Now, if you are a smaller retailer experiencing growth, you can be drawn to BigCommerce too, because BigCommerce does have some scalability features that are actually built in the tool. Okay, so the BigCommerce feature set has everything you would expect, including responsive website templates, shopping cart and payment integrations, single page checkout, analytics, and more. So you have the whole 9 yards if you think about it. So if you are looking for, let's say, a fully hosted solution at a reasonable price point, you will find BigCommerce really appealing. And because customer service ratings are consistently high for the last 10 to 15 years, they have been high. Okay, and also as a BigCommerce customer, you can take advantage of an active, helpful community of fellow users. So that's really good from an adaptability point of view. What are the pros and cons when it comes to BigCommerce? Well, the pros: you have an easy to use platform from the get go, and you also have fully hosted. Okay, and this removes actually the hassle of maintaining servers. If you think about it, you have a wide selection of features with regular updates and a diverse add-on markets. Okay, with many free options and no transaction fees for use of popular payment gateways. So on the flip side, Some features like price lists are only available on the more expensive plans. It can be difficult to make extensive design and backend changes on some products. And themes and add-ons are often quite expensive, especially if you are looking for a niche product. Okay, so if you are a small to medium-sized retailer with limited development skills or a budget and expecting to grow your store, you might actually find BigCommerce pretty interesting. So let me talk now to you about ease of use. If you think about BigCommerce versus Big Cartel, which one is easier to use? Let's quickly talk about that. So Big Cartel is what is one of the easiest to use platforms on the market. I mean, really a period. Okay, you wouldn't find anything easier to use. For instance, with Big Cartel, you have a hyper intuitive set of products. Okay, set of features and set of capabilities. So basically, you will be prompted to configure your store and add your first products within 1 to 3 minutes. So that's really simple, nothing really complicated here. So themes can be customized via a WordPress style editor, okay? And you can also manage orders and products actually from a central dashboard. So this dashboard allows you to really control how your whole store is set up. So you have possibilities to get things done faster. You have the possibility to also control how sales are moving. So from a flexibility point of view, Big Cartel is really fantastic. What about BigCommerce? Is BigCommerce easy to use as well? Well, BigCommerce is also very easy to use. And after signing up, you'll be guided through the process of setting up your store. You can actually access essential features from the central BigCommerce dashboard, including product listings, customer information, analytics, app integrations, and more. So once your store is ready to go, day-to-day tasks of managing orders and content can be handled easily through the main interface. So anything from the back office, you can really use the main interface to actually handle it. So, for instance, adding new products and running reports are straightforward tasks within BigCommerce. Okay, especially if you are trying to really, let's say, you're trying to go to market fast. If you're trying to launch fast, no problem. And BigCommerce actually has been around for a while now. I mean, more than 20 to 25 years. So it's one of the more solid choices. Okay. Having said that, Big Cartel is actually our winner for ease of use because of the simplicity, like the basic simplicity that you have. What about design? Let's talk about design. If you were to design a store in Big Cartel versus a store in BigCommerce, you have to really think about what works for you. So, how good are Big Cartel's themes? Well, Big Cartel actually it has some good teams or some good themes, but don't expect quantity. You want to expect quality. Okay, Big Cartel is all about simplicity. As a matter of fact, this platform was designed for retailers with little or no coding experience. Okay, so the site editor becomes very easy to use and provides control over key design elements like the font size, for instance, logo, colors, layout. So everything you need to actually to present a pretty decent appearance. Okay, and you have actually I think I said to you a little earlier. I said don't expect quantity, expect quality. Why did I say that? Because the theme library has just 20 to 25 themes. Okay, so this is really nothing. If you were to compare this to a Wix or compare this to BigCommerce or WooCommerce, okay, that's something to think about. So what about BigCommerce themes? What can you gather from after analyzing those themes? Well, BigCommerce offers a robust default design along with dozens of free and paid themes in the theme store. There is a theme store within BigCommerce. The themes on offer are well optimized and cater to a range of e-commerce sectors and site preferences, including for both large and small catalogs. So that's really good. So crucially, BigCommerce offers an intuitive storefront editor for managing your store's front-end design. And what's really interesting is that you can tweak most aspects of the default theme. It's also possible to make limited CSS and HTML changes. So if you actually are a developer and you want to build a theme from scratch, you can take advantage of the BigCommerce framework. So that's really good. But hey, listen, BigCommerce is not cheap. Okay, all those changes are not going to be cheap. But overall, BigCommerce is our winner for design. So I was talking about cost here. So right, in terms of cost, what kind of strategy can you have? I'm showing you on the screen here. Here is a pricing for a big cartel. You can see what I love. What I love about big cartel is that they embrace transparency. This platform embraced transparency from the get go. Okay, and so what happens here? If you see the prices, the gold, the platinum, and diamond. Okay, this is actually reasonable value for money. Actually, I mean, you have access to a solid package of features, including analytics, discount and promotional codes, shipping tracking, and more, right? You are able to get things done, especially if you don't want to pay for stuff. You can start at the gold tier. I mean, the gold tier is charging you nothing, right? You of course you have the bare basics, but hey, listen, if budget is an issue for you, go with the gold first, okay? So, but just be aware though that you have a limited number of product listings. The basic plan, for instance, the gold plan, allows for 25 products, okay? And the premium, the one at $30 per month, has a maximum of 300 products. So that's something to really think about. What about BigCommerce? BigCommerce has three pricing options. You have 25, you have a 29.95, 79.95, and 249.95 per month. There is also an enterprise edition that includes unlimited API calls, price list, and shipper HQ, which is actually a leading rules engine for working out shipping prices. So that's something to really think about. Okay. You can save a little on the monthly fee by opting to pay annually, maybe 20% or 25%. There are no upfront costs for getting started, and 24/7 support is included at all price points. Okay, that's really good because some providers they will only limit customer service at the higher pricing tiers. There is also a 2-week free trial to sample the platform before jumping in. So 2 weeks that's pretty good. So what about support? What about help and support? Okay, if something goes wrong and you have to reach out to customer service, can you count on a big cartel? Can you count on BigCommerce? Because again, if we are in e-commerce, things do go wrong every now and then. Okay, so you want to make sure that you can really get somebody on the phone and explain the problem, right? So let's first talk about Big Cartel. So support is available with Big Cartel, but no phone or live chat. So if you're expecting to speak to someone on the phone through Big Cartel, you are going to stay there for a while, okay? They don't have that. So support is only available via email. Email. But let's say a Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern. So this is something to really think about, okay? I mean, support is only available on work days and working hours, but the quality and speed of support in these times are generally good, especially if you are touching on very basic problems. I mean, if the problem is a little complex, then it might take longer for them to get back to you. So, how good actually is BigCommerce? How good is BigCommerce? Let's say support. BigCommerce routinely ranks as one of the best e-commerce platforms for customer support. So, if you go on Trustpilot, if you go on Trust Radius, if you go on Triple B, you will always find glowing praise for the level of customer service. Okay, and 24/7 live agent support is provided on all plans, and API and priority support is actually also offered for the enterprise plan. So that's really good. So in terms of winner here, BigCommerce is definitely our winner for help and support, especially if you have, let's say, a pretty complex issue. So the bottom line here is that if you were to go from big cartel to BigCommerce, which one you should choose really depends on your specific needs. Okay, Big Cartel is actually one of the most interesting and unique e-commerce platforms when it comes to creatives. Okay, so you want to really make sure that you have some kind of creativity in your process. Okay, and you got to remember that you have a limit of 300 listings on the premium plan. Okay, so it's something to really think about. So if you've got a limited selection of products but want a beautiful online storefront to showcase them, along with the ability to take in-person orders at craft fairs, then Big Cartel is worth checking out, okay? If on the other hand, you run a more traditional e-commerce store, you are better off seeking an alternative solution. What about BigCommerce? Well, BigCommerce is actually an excellent choice for you if you are a small to medium-sized retailer and you need to have an easy-to-use platform that is ready to scale. So, superb management functionality covering product listings, orders, and reporting combines with an intuitive and easy-to-use dashboard. So that's kind of cool. And this streamlines the process of carrying out routine day-to-day e-commerce tasks. So that's kind of cool. And even better, as a user, you get a lot of bang for your buck because all plans allow for unlimited products and unlimited customer entries in your CRM. Okay, so that gives you a more flexibility from a scalability point of view. In addition, BigCommerce as a BigCommerce retailer, you can take advantage of a library of templates and add-ons from Facebook, Mailchimp, QuickBooks, etc. You have 24/7 customer service. Okay, that's something to really think about. And so, long story short, you have to see where you are at, what kind of industry you're in, and where you are trying to take it from. You're trying to really take it from there, right? Every every platform is different. Every platform brings a different value to the market. So whichever one you end up going with will depend on your specific needs, but also your specific positioning in the market at this particular point in time. So, as a takeaway into this conversation, I spoke to you about big commerce versus big cartel. So, I actually explain ease of use, who wins, design, pricing, and finally help and support. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.